my God. Just know this, people. This is fire right here. Don't burn yourself on the flames. But come on into the studio, slide up against the wall and like scoot sideways. You've done it before. You know what I'm talking about. I'm your host, man, with the most. You know me. I'm Jeff Taylor. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad you can tune in, and I got a really cool guest here today. I got a dope guest, and I'm excited about that. Nice young man, and I'm welcoming him to the show. He goes by the name of Blu2th. Eric Blu2th Griggs, and he's going to come at us in just a minute. Before we do that, though, I'm going to jump into a little story piece, as I typically do at the start of my show, because my dog, man, is in the hospital and whatnot, man, and it don't look good. The prognosis is kind of bad and kind of grim looking or whatever. You know, and I'm a rough rider. I've been a rough rider. Us New York boys been rolling with the Rough Riders for a long time, and a lot of people came out to the vigil, hung out, you know what I mean, and they were showing the man his true respects, which is an awesome thing. So Rough Riders ride, you feel me? Anyway, that's all I got on that. Bless up to the king who's in the hospital there. Let's hope he gets well. Bless up to the king. Anyway, welcome to the show. Like I was saying, I got a really interesting guest. I'm glad you could tune into my live. What's up? We got some guests here in the chats, in the comments, trying to holler at us. So I appreciate anybody tuning in. And when you do place a comment here, you stand a chance to win one of these dope set of Olo headphones. These right, I'm had. See that? That's right. I'm rocking these, and you have a chance to win these just by entering a comment and having it pop up on my screen. Anyway, so enough about me. Guess what? Guess what, folks? I got somebody in my shop today. This dude right here. He's a hitter. What can I tell you? He's a young hitter. He goes by the name of Eric Blu2th Griggs. Man, I think you're gonna like this young man. He's a dope young fella. We're gonna bring him in right now. He's popping in, and he's bringing all the lovely people with him, and that is a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing. Blu2th Griggs. Without further ado, I'm gonna pop him in here because I'm tired of just talking to myself. Oh.
What's cracking?
Let me hold on. Let me give you your solo shot because I got to give you your applause like I promised you I would when my people love you. So boom, Eric Blu2th Griggs is in the house.
Loose.
Get it? Yo, man. So glad you could be here, bro. I really am so glad you could pop into the shop,
thank
bro.
You so much, man. Glad to be here.
Look, man, you're a young cat, but you're already kind of a legend in this game. You know that, right?
People keep saying that. I don't know. You know
it's true, man.
I call myself that, but
okay, talk to me about instrumentation first of all. Instruments. What instruments do you play, bro?
I play 5 instruments if you include the human voice, which some people do. I play 6. Organ, keys, bass, guitar, drums.
And you play with some heavy hitters. I mean, facts, right? I mean, you get out there and
things
play with
have
some heavy
happened.
hitters. Yeah, you get out.
Yeah.
I would say that your boss, the guy that you're working with primarily, Dr. Dre, is a kind of a heavy hitter. That's heavy hitter.
He's done a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's heavy hitting. And you know,
the big cuz has done some things.
You know what, man? Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, I got sleuths. There
it is.
Hey, man, so do you know how good you have to be on Dr. Dre's squad, bro? Come on. As a musician and a person.
Well, you know, I'm glad you said that, man. I'm glad you said that because it's important for people to know that the person that a person is important to Dr. Dre. You know, he cares about how good the people are that are on his team. You know, and it's really all about love and respect and happiness at the end of the day. I know a lot of people, you know, hear NWA and they're just like, that's his it's really not his personality. He's a nerd like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nerds are the ones that are behind pretty much everything.
Right, exactly. Somebody's got to be sane in the room, and and Dre was the sane one all throughout the history.
You want that person in charge.
Yeah, you want that guy to be the one going home with the tapes. So I recognize that game recognized game without question. I could, that's pretty obvious to me because there's no way you continue. There's no way you do that through Death Row and still be doing that now.
There it is.
Unless you're focused. So kudos to that man right there, and also so happy that that little health scare he had is gone, and he's doing what he do once again.
Yeah.
No, without question. So, speaking of instrumentation, I know you play bass guitar. You got a 5-string here. Is that your main instrument right here, or guitar?
It's my Schecter. It's on the wall behind me right there.
What's your main?
I endorse it.
Oh.
I would say piano.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I saw some video with you playing piano on something, and I thought he looks real comfortable on that piano. Where did that start, man? I mean, is that like a church background or what?
I had to tell my mom. I had to ask my mom when I started playing because I had no idea. I don't remember starting. So she told me I became fascinated around 18 months. I was like, okay.
Well, if I ain't know better, I think he was walking toward the piano on this picture right here.
Oh my God! Come on now. I was most likely. I was actually doing my Hulk impression right there.
That's too funny.
Those are my early days of comedy.
Oh, that's funny. I love it. So, hey man,
let's
just get this out of the way. You're a cute kid. I was working on the show, whatever. My girl was looking over my shoulder. I'm like, hey, what? She was like, who is that kid? I'm like, stop it. It's a kid. It's a kid. He's it's not even. He's not a kid anymore. Anyway, long story short, don't look over my shoulder. Anyway, man, that's dope. So you play all these instruments, and you were from. Did you tell me already?
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio.
Born in Cleveland.
And grew up between St. Louis, Missouri, and Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah. So you got the influence of Roger Zapp, right? Growing up. That wasn't too far from you, right? And
well, I was only in Cleveland until I was 1.
Oh, damn.
So
Okay.
I don't know nothing. I went back once when I was 35 to play for El DeBarge. That's the only time I've ever been back to Cleveland.
Interesting. See, I wouldn't have thought you were much older than 35.
I might be.
Damn, cuz. That's all right. I'm ancient, bro. Been there. Hey man,
might be the same age.
Maybe. Well, let's change the subject, bro, because I don't want people asking that question like, "What old is he?" Start checking birth certificates, and this ain't about that, man. This is about you telling me your thing. Hey man, so check this. So everybody comes on my show, man. I like to just kick it with them a little bit and get to know them a little better, and I like to do that by playing a little game sometime. Would you play along with me, B? Would you play along with me for a second?
Go.
All right, I'm gonna show you some images, and I want you to tell me what these images mean to you. I mean, it's really that simple. You just tell me what comes to mind when you see these images, and then we'll kick it some more. Right? Here comes image number 1. Boom. What's that mean, bro?
Come on, man. The crib. That's what that means. That's the crib right there, bro.
Listen, man, I went up in that thing one time. I was visiting.
I've been up that thing.
And once I got up to the top of that thing and I realized how narrow it was, I said, this probably wasn't really a good idea. I was looking for a slide to come down that mug, but it wasn't. It's intricate how you get up and down. Yeah. Don't advertise that, Eric. Then we'll put people up in that tower. That ain't no fun. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. Once you do it once.
Yeah, you did that. All right, so look, I know that you got some hobbies, and here's another picture. I want to show you this. What comes to mind, baby?
Oh, come on now. Come on. That's one of the things that make me stay in love with music was doing other things, other creative outlets.
Got you. So side hustling is important. You got some, and you like to shoot photography. You like to see
images. It's really about being everything that you are.
I feel you.
It's not just so much simple as just grab a hobby and do something else. It's about do the things that are extensions of where your gifts are, and don't neglect part of yourself to do other things. Because you'll be less happy doing the thing that you're doing when you neglect the other parts of yourself. So I noticed that when I started doing other things, I fell back in love with music.
I feel you. All right, so look, I got another image for you. Here it goes, because I know you want to help people too in this process. You want to educate folks at a parent.
Hey, come on, Blu2th University, baby.
Talk to me about it, man. What is it?
That's what they call it, the toothlage.
The toothlage.
That's where I'm teaching folk, man. That's where I'm teaching folk how to make records, you know? Not as much how to make songs as how to make records.
Huh.
And most people these days don't even know the difference between those two things.
This is I'm just gonna put up what the person on the chat said. Facts.
Yeah, it is. Come on, thank you.
I mean, without question, that's facts. That's correct. That's without question. That's facts. So that's an awesome thing. But you know, there's you got a lot of music in you still, though. You trying to tell me something. I hear that you're working on an album of your own right now, and you're doing it in a unique fashion. I hear that you actually live streaming the recording process. Talk to me.
Yeah, man.
Who complicates their life like this, bro? Talk to me.
I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I want people to see the process. Like you just put up Blu2th University, the slogan for that is double entendre. It says make music better, right? Mm-hmm. So it's make music better than I did before, but it's also make music better as a whole. So the best way I can make music better is not just to make the music myself, but to help other people make it better. Is actually a way to contribute even more than I could ever contribute by myself. Mm-hmm. So that's why education is as much a passion of mine as making the music itself.
Let me ask you this. As you're making that music, are you thinking about the people that are watching you make that music, or are you just really into that music?
I'm interacting the whole time.
You are.
Yeah. I'm getting questions about, what did you just do?
Wow.
And I'm telling them.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that kind of takes you into that process of the songwriting process where it's a small hub of people. You got 2 or 3 people. One of them is a drum programmer, one's on keys, and the other guy is that lyricist. Right. And you're writing, so you're literally doing that and kind of pausing for a second to say, "Oh, this melody idea may stick," and you're telling the audience in real time that.
Yeah. I got 2 things I'm working on right now for myself. One is the jazz project. And the other one is a hip hop single. So it's like, there's a plan of doing multiple projects in multiple genres. So the first one is jazz and the first single is hip hop.
Do you plan to live stream each project, or is this a new thing? What do you?
I've been live streaming. I've been live streaming. They saw all that from Spirzach.
Okay, I feel you. So, man, you Midwestern guy. Kind of grew up in the Midwest a little bit, and now you reside in that beautiful place they call Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Yep.
Great city, man. I love the coast. I love to visit. I can't live there, but I love to visit there. It's a great place to visit. I don't do traffic. I don't do traffic too well, Eric. I just don't.
We got that, but I don't really go nowhere. So
yeah, if you can stay at the crib, you're good.
I got a small radius.
Yeah. There you go.
Mostly everything I need is right here.
Yeah.
And I go from here to Dre's, and anything else is few and far between.
So when you say you're working on your projects, are you working from Dre's spot, or are you working in your individual studios on your own or whatever?
Right now, I've been working here on my own stuff.
When you say here, is that your own place then, Eric?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my own studio.
Gotcha.
And a lot of this stuff I'll be doing with Dre. So, I did the hip hop single because an idea came and I just made it, and it was stream of consciousness. But Dre and I have plans to continue on to do my hip hop album and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I think it's amazing that, you have the opportunity to work in such a high profile environment. It looks like you get all the toys you can handle, I'm sure, right? That's one of the luxuries of working with the top producers. Everything you need.
I mean, those are my toys, but yeah. Yes.
Well, you need those toys on a session. If you travel,
we all bring our own school supplies. You know what I'm saying?
If you travel with those, and your budget is too small, but we that's something that's going. I mean, you in this game now, baby. You'll see. You get there. You get there. You be like, is the MPC 60? Which one is it? The MPC 60 and MPC 62? Which one is there?
You got to bring your own school supplies. You got to have.
That's true.
What you need.
These days, your laptop is everything, right?
Yeah, I got to have my sounds where I can quickly. It's about workflow and seamless workflow as much as possible. So having your own stuff that you're familiar with and being able to access it quick is a big deal in that situation.
Hey, workflow is important to me, as you can see from my layout here.
Come on.
It's very important that workflow flows a certain way for me. I get, you know, I
There
get
it is.
everything as I need it to get this done and everything else I need to do. And for my lovely home in Florida, because this is the future, baby. So that's why we're able to connect like this via the internet and a live stream and have people tune in and watch us, man, and learn a little bit. So tell me something. Software, Logic, Pro Tools, Ableton. What you using these days?
Okay, so I endorse Studio One.
Okay.
Teddy Riley got me into that. Incredible DAW. It really is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually start off the process in Logic, and most of the reason for that is because Logic sounds, you know, the sounds that it comes with are uncanny for something that costs what it costs. It's just like, how are you usable at all at that price point? So I use it because that's my palette a lot of the times. Even some of the biggest records I've done, I'm using like No Air, Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown.
Yeah.
A bunch of Logic. I actually have a video on Blu2th University showing exactly how I made the track to No Air, to the point where I Shazammed it when I was done and it told me No Air. It's exactly
That's funny.
the track for No Air. I went through it like exactly the way I did it before.
Well, what other notable songs should our audience know that you've been involved in, man? Talk to us.
Ooh,
Give me a list.
man, I've worked with.
Because you're behind the scenes, bro. So bring it up front.
Yeah. I mean, I worked on Oxnard with Anderson .Paak. I got 3 records, 3 producer credits on Eminem last year. I worked with Boyz II Men, Aretha Franklin, Babyface, Teddy Riley. I just, you know, I'm out here. It's out here.
No small list, man. This is no small list. But, you know, the future is bright, man. The future is definitely bright for you.
Oh, yeah.
Are you finding that the talent that they most admire about you is your ability to bring musicality to the session or what? Or humor or what?
That's the thing that makes me most rare. You're going to find usually more writers than you find multi-instrumentalists like myself. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times in the room, that's the position that I play, because that's what's more likely to be missing than some other components.
Right. And if you're funky, I mean, if you can cover all the styles, you know,
then hey, why not?
Then you're a weapon to a producer like Dre or Jam or Lewis or somebody like that.
For sure. I'm there to facilitate his vision. I'm there to make sure that the vision that whoever I'm working with or for gets aerodynamically executed, like almost from a thought straight to actuality is my goal. So I'm always with you. It takes a certain amount of focus and a certain kind of listening and fearlessness to some degree.
I would agree. You're riding shotgun with one of the greatest producers in the history of modern music. Almost drew the picture of what hip hop is on the West Coast and then literally spread that across like a blanket to the world. I mean, wow. Still doing it.
For sure.
Man, thank you so much for coming on my show, bro.
Yeah, man.
You got anything you want to share with the audience? Where can we hook up with you? How can people find you on your website, your IG? Tell us this.
Where I'm most active is going to be IG, which is Blu2th. BLU2TH. Follow me there
real quick for you.
That's going to be the jump off point to anything else I do anyway. So
that's how you're going to find the young brother. That's how you're going to find him. He's going to be on social media. And should we be expecting this new single you're talking about? Should we be expecting this soon, or what's the deal?
You should. I'm about to shoot the video on that thing. So,
single's done then.
Oh, the single's done.
What's the thing? What's it called? What's the name?
It's called The End or The Beginning.
Oh, snap. We're going to be looking for that. We're going to be looking for that, Eric. Hey, Eric, us geeks got to stick together, man. So,
what's up?
One love. You ever down on this end of the country on the south side, holla at me, man, and we'll go out and have some dinner.
100%, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Blu2th. Eric, Blu2th Griggs. Thank you so much, man, for being on the show. That's amazing. Man, talent like this, boy, I tell ya. It's rare company. It's rare company. Thank you, Eric, man. I really appreciate you, man. Hey, man, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of my show. I wanted to really kind of spend just a moment, though, and share with you some of the stuff that I got going on social media, places you can reach me. Got the Madjef Music Show on YouTube Live. That's where most of the stuff is popping over there. And I'm on Madjef Music on Instagram. And, you know, I'm all around. I'm all out there. You know, you can get a hold of me. Guess what? Back in the 90s when I wasn't making records with Jamie and Terry, I was making sample CDs on the side because I was trying to really get in the game on another level and have this kind of asset in the future. And guess what? Here we are in the future. You can cop these on my Shopify store, direct digital downloads, and you could be producing some of your own tracks using some tight hip-hop 90s type flavor samples and so forth. Guess what? I also write, too. Get some of these books, get some of this entertainment, figure out a little bit about what is going on in the industry from a veteran. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Guess what? My next guest has been rescheduled. So it was Tommy was here a couple weeks ago. He couldn't do it because he's doing something amazing with the Philharmonic in Tampa. So now he's coming back on Saturday. You know, man, I'm trying to pull this all together, people. You got to work with me. Anyway, Tommy will be here, and we're going to kick it on Saturday. My homeboy from Minneapolis. We're going to get into it a little bit. So anyway, thank you so much, folks, for tuning in. I'm your host, and I got to go, man. I ain't got no more time. I done run out of time because I got people looking over my shoulder. I'm coming, baby. Hey, till next time, Saturday that is. Hey, yo, on your way out, do me a favor though. If you got hair, put it up, and watch out for the fire. This is fire, actual fire. Don't burn yourself. Scoot out, scoot right against the wall. Man, I love y'all. It's Madjef. I'm out.